Happy Wednesday, you guys. Welcome everybody coming into the chat. I hope you guys are having a good day so far. Okay, welcome back everybody that's returning. And for those of you that are new, welcome to my platform. I love that little rain stick. I got that in I got Tombstone, Arizona. Okay, you guys, I hope you guys are having a good day. Happy Wednesday. So we're officially out of the energy of the full moon. A little bit of it still may be lingering, but I think for the most part, we are in the clear, which is good because it was crazy. Thank you, Phoenix Empress. Okay, so we're going to do the prayer really quick, and then I will answer your question. So we're calling upon the Most High God and the Holy Spirit. We're also calling upon our spiritual team of highest light and resonance, including the archangels, including Archangel Michael specifically. And we're asking that our spiritual team of highest light and resonance put a beautiful bubble of white protective light around us and around the collective and around, wow, I can feel somebody's ancestors coming through. I just felt a major shift. So yeah, we would like protection, safety, and deliverance from anything that comes up in the reading. And then also just please block out anyone or anything that would try to negatively influence or impact this reading in any way. I pray for the highest light, the highest wisdom, and the highest truth to be revealed to me and my collective. And I pray for all of my subscribers. So now as I call upon your personal favor, God, please continue to bless and cleanse and protect this platform and prosper it so that these messages can get to the people that they need to get to. Amen. All right. And then oops. Trying to find a good place to put that. Okay. So let's see what deck we're going to use. I'm going to start with these ones. Okay, so by watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled, please be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. Also, this contract includes no gatekeeping, no evil eyes, no shadow banning, and no copyright, no energy harvesting, and no witchcraft. So we're going to start answering your questions with the what is this called? Telepathy oracle cards. So I do get that there is a telepathic message coming through. So just to let everybody know in the chat, welcome. If any of you have personal questions, you can send me a $20 USD super chat, Cash App, or PayPal payment. And with your question, then I will pause the collective reading and answer your question. But I am going to start off with answering Phoenix Empress's question. So you guys may want to stick around because some of these messages may also be for you. So what do your spirit guides want you to know about your path towards global success and legacy building? Nice. Okay, so now that I've gotten that down, since we're talking about success, we're going to work with this deck also. But I do get that we're going to pull a couple of these telepathy oracle cards because there is a telepathic message coming through. I feel like you're being prepared for something really big. Like it's like you're coming into your mission, but now you're being prepared. So there are different processes that we go through when it comes to alchemy, right? And there's mental alchemy, there's emotional alchemy, there's physical alchemy. It feels like you've shed another layer of, I consider us to be kind of like onions. Like we will pull back one layer and there will be another layer underneath that. So a lot of the times when we heal that first layer and we're able to pull that back, then more wounds come to the forefront. I'm getting that oh, that was scary. I'm getting that you have worked through quite a few layers of this like onion as a metaphor, right? Because this is all energy. So you're being prepared to take a big confirmation. You're being prepared to take a big step in a new direction. And I like that. I love new directions. I was just thinking of the band, isn't there? Oh, it's One Direction, not New Directions. Anyways, I like new directions because, sometimes we stay on the same path because we don't know any other way. But when God and the Holy Spirit starts working in our lives and we actually begin to heal trauma, new things open up. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Return to sender times 10. Well, that's definitely something that's going on. So we're going to see with the telepathy oracle what it has to say about this new direction that you're moving in. 1111. Yeah, this is a good sign. 1111 is an important number for twin flames, symbolizing harmony and balance in soulmates. So I'm going to put that down. Now, what I'm hearing is that this new direction you're being led to, it may seem a little bit like, I don't want to say scary, but it's a little nerve-wracking because there's so many things up in the air with it. And it's only because you haven't fully started. 1111 and then marriage. The marriage of souls is the union of two divine components. So somebody could be coming in, literally. Also, I'm getting that you could be like committed to your work. You could be like marrying your work. I know that sounds weird, but it's not that far off, actually. I do feel like whatever this is you're being guided to do, it could have to do with design. It could have to do with art. It could have to do with doing something like this, like delivering messages or reading cards. Twin flame. Yo, my gosh. Twin flame. 1111, which is already a twin flame number. But then we have marriage coming out and then twin flame. So yeah, you're being I want to say groomed for this higher level relationship. Yes, twin flames themselves contain an aspect of each other's personality. So why I was directed to grab this deck is because your twin flame could be sending you a message, or they could be telepathically putting something out. I feel like you may meet somebody that's already in the same type of field that you want to go into, and then it's just going to continue to align from there. Boundary. Having sensible boundaries is important. And that's for those of you that are having a twin flame that is going to be coming in. And again, the telepathic, when you meet up with your twin flame, you will understand this telepathic bond. Some people like it. Some people don't like it. It can be quite uncomfortable when you're not used to it. But yeah, you're being drawn towards a person, which is part of your path. It's going to be part of your financial path. Strength. It says the power of love is like a magnet drawing souls together. This is going to be a very, very strong union, extremely powerful. Like when you meet with this person for the first time, you're going to realize that Every gift that you don't have, they have. So when you, and vice versa, every gift that they don't have, you have. So when you guys come together, it'll be the unification of two souls, like truly, and which is going to create the oneness of God. And you may get some pushback from karmic people that don't want to see you thrive and succeed, but I wouldn't worry about those people. Yeah, you're going to be surprised. You're going to be surprised by this person, like a lot, because when I explain it like this, when people have low compatible relationships in their life and then they go to a very high compatible relationship, it can seem like it's too good to be true, but I'm not getting that it actually is. I'm getting that, no, this is right. This is actually what you deserve, is having somebody good. Yeah. Confusion. So like when this person comes in, don't be confused and don't think, oh, it's too good to be true. This person can't be real. No, this person is real. It's just when you've had low compatible relationships and you don't know any better, you think that all relationships are the same. But when you enter into this higher relationship, literally, it'll feel like it's too good to be true, but that's not. Like, I literally had that exact experience when I met my twin flame. I was like, this is too good to be true. We're too aligned. This is too perfect. And then I was like, no, I'm going to stop pushing against that. And, it worked out. Accept, literally. So it's like accepting that the person is who they say they are. Not all people are liars. Just because you've had karmics in the past doesn't mean that's going to be a part of your present and your future. It says, be prepared to accept what fate has in store with you. And this fate is tied in with your finances. So I don't know if this is a business you're about to open online. I don't know if you're wanting to sell crystals or if you're wanting to sell jewelry. Guilty. Don't let guilt get in the way of happiness. You may even feel a little bit guilty when this person comes in. Like, do I deserve this? You absolutely deserve that. That's part of accepting yourself. You absolutely deserve somebody that is going to knock your socks off, just rock your world, literally. This person, when you meet with them, they could have just recently walked away from another person to keep their honor, literally. This person, like, I feel like they're going to come in mostly healed and whole. It says, treat the people you love with respect and you'll find your relationship becomes stronger. So we're going to look at this Money Moves Oracle deck, and we'll see if the Love Life card comes out in this deck, because as we look at this new business that you're about to open, and it could be that you're going to do something like what I do, but maybe you're not creating a platform. Maybe you just want to work with people individually, or maybe this is something else, but it does feel like it's going to be something that's very spiritual or very artistic. And it could be also that in the creation of this new business, you are going to tap into those artistic skills, to make a logo, to make branding and that type of thing. You'll be tapping into, higher dimensional energies and aspects of yourself that perhaps you had not known were there, Yes. Yeah. You know what? For Archangel Revelations, it's part of it's a test, but part of it's not a test. You've got two different things going on. So I would suggest getting a personal read for me when you're ready, and we can look at that. Okay. I love your little rose emojis. Those are adorable. Thank you. And the happy faces. So Phoenix Empress, what I'm getting, if the Love Life card comes out in this, it is just going to give me double confirmation that you are aligning not only with your twin flame, like there is going to be something. Why I just hear nutrition. This person could be very much into a healthy lifestyle. Yeah, like maybe when they were in college, they took classes that were like about health and nutrition and sports medicine or something like that. And they may have even taken some courses to be a chef as well. So we're going to use the dice to see what numbers come through. Whoa, it almost fell. 5. This is a big change. This is a big step that you're about to take. Like, truly, this is a very big step you're about to take. Money matters. It says expense, save costs, resource plans ahead, make an informed choice, invest your money wisely. So whatever you're investing in, if this is like creating a new business, I'm getting that you can do the majority of this stuff by yourself. You won't need to outsource to anybody else, like to get a logo made or to get branding done or to get, like you may want to think about getting an LLC with whatever this is. I don't know if you're wanting to do energy healing, but energy healing is very high compatible for you. I do not like when cards are in the upright. So this is just basically saying that you don't need to like hire anybody else. You don't need to hire anybody else when it comes to designing a website. Because when people go to start businesses, a lot of times the traps that they fall into is like this money matters card trap. The trap they fall into is thinking that they've got to pay someone to build a website, pay someone to make a logo, pay someone to do it. Like, no, you're going to find that you have all of the abilities within yourself to do all of these things. And again, I do get that you're going to want to invest in advertising, but you're going to find, at least at first, that most of your what do I want to say, business deals, clients are going to come in from word of mouth, right? So you're going to want to make sure that you have on your website. I'm going to type this in the chat. So when you build this website for this company, okay, you're going to want to make sure that you have on it a page for reviews. And then the best clients that you get, the ones that are the happiest, have them send you a review, and then you can post that review on one of the pages in your website. Yes. Yeah. Because a lot of the times people will put themselves into debt trying to open up a business or start something up. And really they can do everything that they're paying somebody else to do for their company. They can actually do that themselves. Hell no. I was like, I just seen another card that's upside down. I didn't check these to make sure they're all in the upright. Okay. So, and then I'm also getting that, animals. I was just looking at the pig and the dog. You may offer services for animals, or you may do something with animal energy. You may end up putting an animal in your logo, which will make it very, very friendly. Yeah. And so what I'm hearing is that for this business, if you're going to be selling physical products, you want to make no returns, where they can't make returns on it. Like they can't return it and ask for their money back. So sale is final, because there is going to be somebody that's going to be jealous when they see your business pop up, and they're going to like try to order something and then return it and get their money back just to mess with you. So I would just say no returns. Unless something were to break or it were to be a legitimate issue, people, if they buy something from you, they need to be happy with what they buy, whether it's on the internet or in person. You're going to have the greatest success on the internet is what I'm seeing. So if you develop a platform where you can share your business, basically, I mean, YouTube, they have, so let's say, okay, so for TikTok, I don't know what the shop is that they use for TikTok, but we do know about Etsy. Okay. Etsy, you can add in, but then YouTube, they have like Shopify, and I haven't really been on Shopify. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I do know that it goes in with YouTube so that YouTube will show your products. So if you're wanting to build a platform and then have like your products on sale, that's a really great idea. If you're wanting to do TikTok, that's also a really great idea. They do have a platform that they work with for sales. Now, the only thing about Etsy for me is when I opened an Etsy shop for crystals, well, we had the Crystal Ray, which was already a crystal store. That was a physical store, a big store. So it was like too much work. It takes a lot to enter. When you do Etsy, if you're selling products, what you want to do is you want to, because first of all, Etsy charges like a monthly account fee. And then every item that you have on Etsy, they charge you like a certain amount of cents for, it could be like 30 cents to have that item up, right? So what you want to do is you want to find out whatever this product is that you're selling, if it's herbs, if it's crystals, if it's teas, whatever this is that you're into. You're going to want to get a whole bunch of the things that that sell. I would definitely be testing it out and seeing what people like. If this is like perfume, whatever it is, oils, you'll want to be testing it out. See what people like the most. Then either make a whole bunch of that or buy a whole bunch of that, because what you can do is you can have one. If you choose to do Etsy, you can have one placeholder, like one ad, basically. One, what do you call it? It's like I want to say it's like a placeholder, because basically that's what they are. So you'll put in all, because you have to enter in all a description. This, you have to record the size, the weight, how much the shipping is. I mean, it's ridiculous, but you have to add all this information. So if you have 50 to 100 of them, you can have one description. You only have to do the description part one time, but then you can show on Etsy that you have 100 in stock, right? And so that way you're only using up like 30 cents for that one thing. But if you have a bunch of different things and you only have one of each of those different things, then you're having to write in all these descriptions and you only make one sale. And then that basically is over and you have to create a new one. So that's what I'm getting is getting, yeah, it is such tedious work. Yeah, but you can do it. The thing is that if you just get a lot of the same thing that people like, and you find a system that works, then you only have to do that description one time, and then you just keep ordering the product and showing how many you have in stock. Now, also, this is stuff that you can do on your own. In the future, when it becomes very, very successful, you may want to think about hiring somebody to do like the shipping part of Etsy, because I know that's super tedious, shipping out people's products and stuff, and getting their address right and all that. So, yeah, you want to make sure there's no returns so people don't mess with you. And then finding the products that are going to work the best for whatever your branding and your company is. And then getting a bunch of those products. And even if you only have 3 listings on Etsy, but you have 150 items of those 3 listings, your people are going to be directed towards that. And they may want to buy one for them. They may want to buy one for their grandma, their friend. I mean, when we were selling crystals, it was like, okay, well, I need one for me. Now I need one for my sister. Now I need one for my brother. Now I need one for my mom, and it would just keep going and going, going. So it was good that we had like a lot in stock, right? But I was selling enchanted items on Etsy. And so a lot of them were just like one-time items. And so really, you want to make sure that you get a professional, well, I guess our phones are technically professional cameras, you know what I mean? But like, you want to make sure that you have a, like, let's say that you are doing jewelry. You want to have those like neck things that you can put the jewelry around. You want to have a little, like, they're little photo boxes. You can find them, I think, on Temu. You could find them on Temu, but they're like basically little boxes that you put a light in it, and then it makes your picture look really professional. So yeah, so you'll want to find some type of thing, and this could even be like a decorated piece of wood that has a bunch of prongs on it that you could hang necklaces or bracelets on. But you want to find something that complements your product physically, right? So that you only have to take like one picture of it, and then do a picture. If it is something that you wear or that you put on, do a picture of it by itself, and then do a picture of it on a hand, like on a person's hand, on somebody's wrist, if it's, or around somebody's neck, so that people know what it looks like on. That way, people are not going to be like, oh, I'm unhappy with the product, because they'll know what they're getting, right? They'll know what it looks like from all angles. Okay. And so that's what I would suggest, is either is with you building, because I do feel like you're going to want to create some type of content or a platform, or even just going live streaming and playing, sound bowls and stuff. You can do stuff like that. And then you could actually buy sound bowls, and the sound bowls that they see you play, Like, this is just an example, but like the samples they're seeing you play in the videos, they can purchase those from you, like literally. You're welcome. Yeah, they can purchase those from you through your site and be like, oh, if you liked what you heard today, go on my site, click on this link below, and it'll take you to where you can purchase one of these for yourself. So that may be something you want to think into doing. And when you get a business license, like you may want to get an LLC to just cover your company, but you'll get a business license. And the good thing about that is it will give you the ability to buy things wholesale, which means that you're not going to be paying retail price. You'll be buying a whole lot. Like when you find something that works, let's say you sell mugwort, you'll get like 7 pounds of mugwort, okay, at a reduced price because you're buying a whole bunch of it at one time, and it's called wholesale. And so, yeah, so you want to have a business license so that you don't have to pay retail price for everything. And then there's kind of a rule of thumb of whatever you're charging, you take whatever you paid for it and you either double the price or you triple it depending on how good the product is. I do, you know what? That's a good question. Is LLC available for people in Canada? That is a very good question. I do not know. I know that Canada is very similar to the US. I went there one time. No, it's not. However, Canada has something that's very similar, and it's LLP. So it's just a different letter. And so the LLP is the same exact thing, the limited liability partnership. It's the same it's the same thing as limited liability company as limited liability partnership. So yeah, so you will get an LLP and have that part of your business name. It's another avenue of protection where people will just not mess with you. Because when they see that you have an LLP and LLC, they go, okay, well, I can't really take this person to court, sue them over anything. So yeah, so where I'm seeing that you can cut resources and cut cost plans is in not having to outsource to other people. Yes, you'll still have to pay for the business license, which is a fee. At least in America, it's like a couple $100s, but that'll be okay. Because it's like a one-time thing, I think. Direction. Do not deviate from your path. Attract a mentor if necessary. Plan where you want to be. Yeah, you're on the right path. You're going in the right direction. This is going to be something that will sustain you to where you won't have to work a 9 to 5. And literally, it may seem like it's a little time consuming to get it all started, but that's just to get it started. Once it's up and going, it'll just be maintaining what's already there, which all you have to do is basically, let's say it is herbs that you're selling, is you have the herb listing and then you just re-up your herbs and repackage them. You always break them down to a smaller size and a smaller amount. Usually what I would do would break them down to little bags so that people could purchase, just a little bit of it and not have to buy a whole lot of it, especially if they're doing some type of personal work with it. So, and now if this is jewelry that you're thinking about making or intuitive jewelry that you're thinking about creating or anything like that, you want to get, because some people, their skin, they can't handle like metals. You'll want to have different options available. You can create the pendant, but then have, silver chains, gold chains, string wire chains, so that you have a different variety so that they can like mix match pendants and stuff like that. And then have a description. Hopefully, if you are doing crystals, hopefully my crystal book would be out soon so that you can use the definitions from that so that people know what the crystal's actually good for. But whatever this is, you want to come up with a verbiage of a very detailed description of how to use the item, what the item is good for, the size of it, when to use it, that type of thing. bright ideas. Like you could be dreaming about some of these things, literally. It says have an innovative, new, inspirative, test new ideas and break out fast. Also, you will find support from those that are closely around you. You may want to share like whatever this is that you're building with your neighbors, with the people around you. You'll find that you get more support from your community than you realize. It's not like you have to go door to door, but if you were to bring it door to door, you would sell a lot of items. And in fact, I used to sell meat door to door, like frozen meat. Okay. I would go to people's houses and these people would pay ridiculous amounts of money for this meat. If you brought jewelry to somebody's house, like, oh my God, people would spend so much money on that. There may be some people that are not into it, but a lot of people, they would be freaking looking forward to it's like the ice cream truck. like, when is that lady coming again? That's what I'm literally getting. So there's going to be many different ways that you can market yourself. Also, you'll want to get business cards so that when you meet somebody in person, if you get to talking with them, like you can be like, oh, here's my business card, where it'll have, your website address on it, a phone number, and like an email that they can contact you, especially if they want like a custom piece created. So when we owned the Crystal Ray, we worked with this guy that was just really good, like at making these wire wrapped trees that would hold pendants and stuff. You may find that you're going to create something like that. Yes, you're definitely, this is all food for thought, but like literally. And if this was food that you were going to create, you want to think about who are the people you want to cater to, the people that are going to be buying from you. So what type of people, like this type of food? What type of people like this type of jewelry, right? And just make your business very straightforward. They have to pay the full amount up front. No deals. Like I think some readers, what they do is they charge for the reading and then they charge a deposit to hold a space. So if it is like a service that you end up basically rendering for somebody, and because people, when I was working at the Crystal Ray as a psychic, I would have people coming back to back, like for readings. I would do 2 to 3 a day, and that would kind of exhaust me. And then all the people would come in the store that would want crystals, and I would find them a crystal. But like, some of them would not show up for their appointments. And what I should have done was been like, okay, pay a $50 refundable or non-refundable, $50 non-refundable deposit. But that deposit goes towards the amount of the reading, right? So if this does have to do with you offering a service or offering your time, you're going to want to make sure that people are serious about booking with you and they pay some type of deposit. Even if it's half of the reading or 25% of it, whatever, it just makes people be a little bit more mindful, since they already paid a deposit towards the reading, that to keep their spot with you. Now, if you end up creating a bunch of jewelry or something that can be marketed, you can sell it online, and you can also go, like when we own the Crystal Ray, we would have in between the crystal shows that we would go to, that would be like in Tucson, Arizona, in Colorado, in Denver, Colorado, and in different cities and stuff. In between going to those to get our supplies, we would have people come to us with crystals that they either found, that they dug up, or that they bought at another show. They would come with like a whole van full of products, and we would go through everything that they had, and we would pick what was the most compatible things, right? So you always want to be using, I would get a pendulum. Where in the heck is my pendulum? I would seriously get a pendulum. This is a pendulum. And when you're buying product, use the pendulum to ask what you need and what you don't need. So you're not spending a bunch of money on things that you don't need or things that won't sell, right? And so we knew what our customers like, so we basically knew how to pick things. But yeah, when the ring person would come, we would spend about $4,000 with him. So you can always go to, like, if you were to get crystals and stuff like that or something like that, you could go to other stores and sell your product to actual stores so that they can, you sell it basically. I think it was like a little bit reduced price, and then the person that buys it, they mark it up 2 to 3 times extra, like 2 to 3 times more. So that's a whole bunch of different ideas that you can do. So you can work from a platform, have your shop tied in with that platform, or you can build business relationships with going to different stores and different places where they sell things like what you have, and see if they are interested. You can go door to door. Honestly, the door to door, when I sold meat door to door, I made like $300 a day. Like, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. There were so many people that wanted it. So anyways, yeah, like the door to door stuff, that seems to make quite a bit of money. But it just depends on where you live too. Like, how many people are in your city, that type of thing. That's why I think having a business online is really, really good. And then coming up with some type of motto or something that's unique that makes your business different than everybody else's, right? Wisdom, look at that. It says insight into the nature of physical objects gives you foresight. Use your best judgment. So yeah, you're going to be very wise when you make this decision. And then developing contacts with people who are like-minded or people who are into something the same or something similar. Again, even if you see them as like we looked at other stores like they were kind of competition, even though they couldn't really compete with us because they didn't have the definitions and they didn't know what the fuck they were doing with crystals, like not like what we did. So it was like we looked at them as competition, but we didn't really befriend people. I mean, be careful about befriending somebody who is interested in what you do, because I had 2 different people that I befriended turn around and start a crystal store almost in the same verbatim exact way, using the words that came out of my mouth that I said to them. Like, and that was one reason I wanted to get out of that business, is because like everybody wants to do that. And people would copy us and it would fucking piss me off. Like, seriously, oh my God. To the point where I'm like, God, destroy their store. And God did destroy their store, but all in good time. And because crystals are about spirituality, just be prepared that if you open a spiritual business, there will be witches and warlocks that do the same type of spiritual business. If this is selling candles, whatever it is, and basically they'll try to attack you for that shit. And that's one reason why we sold the crystal ray. We were tired of the continual hexing and cursing coming from these dumbass people. So, and we had been doing it like for, like 15 years. Like, I had been there only for a few years, but the person that owned the store had been there for like 15 or more years. So that's continual work, basically. Yeah, don't let these limitations, this fear and doubt, get in your way. Let go of any worries that you have and know that if there's any concerns that you have, that you will overcome them. There is an energy that wants to keep you caged in some type of mentality, but you've already broken free from this. The fact that you are beginning a new spiritual adventure. And I just heard yoga. So I don't know if you are thinking about becoming a yoga teacher. That's another thing you could do. Yeah. So somebody wants you to make the wrong decision, Phoenix. Somebody wants you to make the wrong decision. I don't think that you are, though. I think that this is a step towards enlightenment. People may tell you when you open this business that you made a wrong decision. They don't know what they're talking about. It says reckless behavior can lead to bad consequences. Think before you act. Now, if this was going to be like Reiki that you start doing or massage therapy, obviously you would need a place of business to offer your service, right? But if this is something that you can do over the phone or over Zoom calls, or, like I have an aunt that I love so much. She's great. But she does like like what is it called? Sound alchemy. She does like personal sound baths for people that are struggling energetically, right? So like, and maybe they just like the sound bowl, because it is such a great feeling. Like she's really good at it. So she has an array of tools, and then she does those personally for people. I think probably over Zoom or something like that. But you'll want to find a platform that can, people will pay a lot more, if you can speak with them one on one. Like a lot of the readers on YouTube that I've come across just personally, when they talk about their personal sessions, they don't do live sessions. Like they don't do where we can communicate like we're talking now. They don't do like a Zoom call or a Skype. I think Skype is another one that you could look into. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that you guys like the sound bowls. Yeah, I love playing them. It just sets the energy in a good way. So yeah, so Skype, Zoom, even maybe WhatsApp. I think all of those have the ability for you to do a video call with somebody and be able to communicate with them that way. It's people like that much better than uh and I'm not dissing these tarot readers that I've come across that are doing personal readings the way that they do it. The way that they do it is that basically the person will just pay for the reading, and then the reader, you don't get to ask the reader any questions, you don't get to communicate with them. They just do a reading with their cards, record it, and then send it to you, and so you don't really get a personal relationship with them, right? And so I think that being able to do something live, like even if it's just sitting there playing a sound bowl for somebody, being able to do something for somebody live to where they can ask you questions or interact with you, that is much more personable, and it keeps people coming back. And I'm sure that these tarot readers that do their readings in this other way are successful, and maybe they hit on some points. But if, you know, I would be frustrated if I wasn't able to be like, okay, this is my situation. Can you pull cards on my situation? And it brought up some other shit that I don't want to know about in the reading, and I had to pay for that. Like I would never pay $400 or $500 for a reading that's pre-recorded, and I don't get to have any communication with the person. Like there's no way. Yeah, some do that. It's a low fee, unfortunately, unless the client pays a higher price. Yeah. Yeah, no, the ones that I've seen, they basically all pretty much do that. They charge like $450, this one girl, for pre-recorded readings, which truly they could just record one reading and send that one reading to all the people that come to them, like literally. So that's why I don't trust that process. I think doing things live is you get paid a lot more. It's much more personable. And even if it's not, even if you don't want to do it over Zoom, you can do it over the phone, depending on what it is, if it's some type of service, right? And you may find that the people, like when I would do readings for people, they would be in the crystal ray, and I would be giving them the reading in the store. And so they would see all the crystals and they'd be like, well, what crystal's good for me? And then I'd look at their chakras, and then I'd get from spirit which one they need. And we would talk about why they need it. And I would take them to the crystal, and I would just say, okay, just hold this crystal in your left hand for a few seconds and then tell me how you feel. And every time they would be like, wow, the symptom's going away, whatever it is. And obviously crystals don't fix the problem 100%, but they do definitely help. So, so yeah, things to keep in mind is just you want to figure out who your target customer client base is going to be. And then, looking into free advertising. Free advertising can be you posting on Facebook, you posting on, I know those sound so unethical. So free advertisement can be you posting on like a KSL type thing, which is like a website that has classifieds. You posting on Facebook, you posting on Instagram, you posting on TikTok, on YouTube, all of that stuff. So there is free advertisement. And to be honest, when we had the Crystal Ray, we had a Facebook page. That was our main way of advertising. And we did not advertise with their system because we tried it and it took $5 to $10 a day and we would not get new people. So I just found that it was completely useless. We got more people coming in from us just making posts and then making the post on our page and then paste and then sharing that post in groups on Facebook that are like in the same city, state, and in the same type of field, basically. So yeah, guardian angel, look, what you start will be very, very protected. So just know that, like, literally, you're protected from making the wrong decision. What you invest in is not going to come back to bite you. And, you know, I don't know what taxes are like in Canada, but you may want to just counter in. Like, I would just set up a whole, I would have 2 accounts, one for the money that comes in and for you to deposit, and then one for taxes so that the taxes are withheld. Basically, there is a system that can do that, basically. Oh, it's 15% in Quebec. That's where I visited when I was there. So yeah. You want to make sure that you do your taxes either yearly or quarterly, that you stay up on it, and that there are tax programs and bank programs that you can enter into that will basically withdraw that tax money so that you don't spend it, right? You want to have at least 3 accounts. Probably one where everything comes into, the money comes into, one where the taxes are withheld, and then one where you are putting money away so that you can buy more product. And that way you can keep yourself going, you know. But yeah. Falling on the ground like that, cards. Look at this. Look at this computer and it says opportunity. This is going to bring in new opportunities. It could be to work with new people, literally. Yeah, you may find that, well, let's just say that, like, let's say if you opened a healing place, you may find that people want to come to your place of business and work. It says new job opportunities, change of workplace or a business trip, change is coming just in time. Flexibility, adapt slowly by using versatility, compromise, adaptation, change, be flexible in your methods. So any of these closed doors that were closing in your face were most likely because you were in the wrong line of work. That's what I'm literally getting. And so this new avenue that you're going down with spirituality, or is going to be something with spirituality, this is a much better idea. It's going to be a reason to celebrate. And so I wouldn't be afraid of posting your celebrations, but definitely don't tell people. When you start to make a lot of money, do not tell people that you're making a lot of money. Because the moment that you do, that these people see you get a business up and going, they're going to come with their hand out and they're going to expect, because you're a nice person, to give to them. And if you give to, and this was one problem we had with an employee that worked for us that we also considered a friend. We ended up selling the store to them, but they, needed help with paying lawyers and all of this drama shit, just like needed help paying their rent. And really, if you have an employee, it's inappropriate for that employee to ask for that type of thing, right? And then just beware, if you lend people money, that they'll get very upset when they have to pay it back, or they won't pay it back on time. So it's better just not to do that. Let these people go to a bank and get the money from them. But yeah, but that's the only thing, is I feel like some people may want to try to take advantage of you. You're going to reap the fruits of your labor. Seriously. It says it's time to reap the fruits of your labor and become rich. That's what I was just saying, that when you become rich off of this new company. People don't tell people because they're going to come with their hand out asking you to give to them. And it's one thing, like if you see a parent or a brother or sister struggle, to help them. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like an employee or somebody that you know as a friend. People, when they see you become successful, they'll want to jump on the bandwagon and ride your coattails. And that's never a good thing. Yeah, like, because it would always cause endings. It will always cause endings if you I'm not saying not to donate, but like literally if everybody comes with their hand out to you at the moment that they see you gain any success, you won't hold on to that success if you give it all away, right? But this cycle of you feeling trapped per se, or in limitation, or feeling like doors are closing in your face, that cycle is over because you're beginning something brand new by yourself. And this is exactly what spirit wants you to do while you've got the time, the energy, and the income. So it's like wealth. You are moving towards real wealth and prosperity. Keep up the great work. You just want to make sure you have your ducks in a row so that when money starts coming in, you don't get overwhelmed with having to do taxes, having to figure out how much you need to re-up on supplies and stuff like that. Have those calculations already pretty much predetermined, because of course, obviously it will change as you get more clients. You'll have to get more product, or you'll have to do more sessions, right? Now, if this is being a psychic reader in any way, you'll want to have on your website some type of calendar that shows the day. Yeah, it's like treating to fancy meals or lend them money. That's exactly it. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So yeah, if this is about doing sessions where you're meeting with clients in person or on the phone, you'll want to have on your website a calendar that shows the days and the times that you're available, so that they can, pick that. Yeah, you're going to be the public face of your company, so that they can pick a time and date and put a deposit down, because it may take you like 6 months to become well known. But once you become well known, you're going to have new customers and return customers. So you're going to want to be able to have it so that you may end up getting like booked a year out in advance, right? And so that's why having a calendar page on your website is going to be important. So it says, follow your heart, become who you want to be, and earn a reputation. It's okay to be yourself. It's more than okay. It's actually needed. Look at something with your spiritual career is about spiritual work that you're going to be doing. It says, open your heart to a spiritual career and heal the human heart. You are a light worker. And then we've got independence. So this project, this business is going to give you independence. I want to get one more. It says, manage money yourself. Yeah, yes, manage the money yourself, and because it will guarantee security. And know that even if it starts building slowly, that it will become something great. Just don't give up. Helping hand. If you need a helping hand, don't be afraid to ask for it. It said, if you need others to assist with services to increase your productivity, no one can handle it all. You may get to a point where you go, okay, there's too many Etsy orders. 500 a month is too many. I need to hire somebody that I can pay to do these Etsy orders. You will have the finances available. So, whatever this is that you're working on, you may start out by word of mouth, but by you using all of the avenues of free advertising. When I first started like doing Reiki, I would like pass out flyers and stuff. And Reiki's not really popular where I live because it's so religious based, but having a page on your website that explains what you do and what they want to anticipate for is going to be something that's really going to benefit you. Oh my gosh, what did I say about if the love life card comes out, then all of that with the twin flame deck, we're gonna end it on that. So literally, there may be somebody that comes in that complements your energy, that also does something that can either contribute to what you do, or it's the same thing that you do, or it's something very similar. somebody that you can learn from. It says, free from problems and money troubles, enjoy the passion of love, love and be loved. So there will be somebody that comes in that wants to be a part of your life that you can work with. Now, I know a lot of people say, oh, it's bad to work with a partner. No, when I was in the Crystal Ray, I was always with a partner. I was always working with somebody, like always, every day. I didn't have any problems with that. Like literally, when it's the right person, you don't have to worry about that. And so, yeah, this old mentality of limitations, I want you to let go of that, because what you're about to create is going to create quantum abundance. It's going to create so many different opportunities that are going to stem off of this one opportunity that you offer to other people. Because truly, when you have a business that helps the general public, like I was talking about yesterday, moral energy, when you've got a business that helps the general public, you're going to find that you get a lot of good moral energy and a lot of good karma for doing so. So yeah, I would take all of those things into consideration and then just take little steps each day. There is an app you can download. I think it's called, oh, it's not on this phone. There's an app that's called Dream, and it's got like a pink thing, and it's AI artwork. And then there's another one that's called Create Art that you can download. Both of those, you can basically pick a style, and then you can type in the situation that you want them to create a picture of, and they will create a picture of that. So that's an easy way to not have to outsource to an artist to get this all done. Oh, thank you so much, Phoenix Empress. You're awesome. So I hope that helped, and know that you very well may meet somebody that is in the same field or something very, very similar. So yeah, you're very welcome. So we're going to do a quick reading on this other situation really quick. And I don't know who Dr. Sabai is, or Sebi. I don't know who that is. But let's see what Spirit's going to say about this situation. There is somebody that, wow, they're up under judgment. So they're up under judgment because they won't leave you alone. They won't stop spying. I do feel like this person is a King of Swords. They're very judgmental. Wilhelm Reiki is spelled different. I do not know who that person is. Look it up. Look those people up. Okay, I will definitely look that up after the reading. So yeah, this King of Swords person, they're spying because they're carrying a bunch of burdens. Their burden will eventually cause them to pass away, which is kind of sad, but not so sad if this person's trying to bring an ending to their burdens by casting something on you. It does seem that you have some type of competitor. This person competes for your energy. That's crazy. It's your energy. Like, you can do whatever you want for it. It's always mind-boggling to me that these people, that they want to block you guys, but and they complain about their circumstance to the point where they never do anything about it. Why don't they just use the energy that they're conjuring up to do witchcraft? Why don't they just use that energy to manifest, to get these burdens off this back? This person has tried to burden you in some type of way, and they see your success as a personal threat. This weirdo. This is definitely somebody who stands in their masculine energy. They feel like when they speak with authority, but they don't realize that they're not really a prophet. Wow. Yeah, this moon magic. Oh my God, this is so over. This is crazy. This is over. So literally, you guys were fighting some type of war with somebody, and now that they're not able to have your energy and they're not able to spy on you, this person is distraught. Sweetie, when I say distraught, this individual literally is like suicidal. And again, if anybody's struggling from mental health, it's okay to not be okay. Just don't do it by yourself. Make sure that you're getting help, that you're talking to a doctor, doing something about it. This person is the type of person that just lets situations go and go and go. And so they keep spying on you because they want to know what you're going to create so they can go before you and create it before you can. And that is not what's going to happen here. This person cannot do what you do. If you're a psychic or an intuitive or a healer, Okay. First of all, to be a healer for other people, you have to be able to heal yourself. If you don't know how to heal yourself and you can't heal yourself, you can't heal anybody else. This person, they act like they have the best ideas, but these ideas are stupid. This person wants to do what you do, but they can't heal. Like they literally don't have the ability. Happy Wednesday, fashionista. Thank you for coming into the chat. It's nice to see you. So yeah, literally, I also heard something about supplements. Maybe this person sells some supplements. What are supplements? Aren't they like vitamins? Let me ask. What is a supplement? A product that's intended to supplement or enhance the diet. Interesting. Okay. So this person's not very successful at whatever they do. They're looking for a new avenue of work. They see that you're in the wheel of fortune and they're like, how can I do what that person does? Well, no, the thing is you have to be born naturally gifted. I really don't think that there is any book that you're going to get that's going to give you supernatural powers or abilities overnight. I just don't believe that. To further that, with my abilities, I've never seen anybody read a book and gain a supernatural power. Probably with the exception of the truth of God, because you enter into your highest potential basically with that book. But that takes time to read the book and then do the intuitive workbook part of it that strengthens your intuition. So I think that's probably the only book that will have that type of impact on somebody. You're dealing with somebody that's not magical. They don't have good energy. Like they don't have good energy at all. In fact, you're being protected from this person, this weirdo. Oh, looked up how the doctors were killed. Creepy. Yeah. This Ace of Swords, your Wheel of Fortune is being protected. Then with the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Pentacles on both sides. Look at that. That protection sword is on both sides of your money and your destiny and your fate. Yeah, you've got it going on. Somebody is sensing this, that you literally have a major blessing coming. This blessing could be something that you're given. It could be something you inherit, or it could be something that you start. I mean, obviously, having the blessing is having the ability. This person doesn't have what it takes. I would love to create an intuitive course for like cops and stuff so that cops don't get caught up messing over the wrong person, so that they use their intuition. That would just be the best for everybody, right? This person, they feel like they have some type of power and authority to speak things into creation that they just don't have. And so this person's realizing that all this stuff they've been saying, confirmation, and trying to create, it's coming back on them. They're the ones that's having to face this death energy, which they really wanted it to be you for some reason. This person thought that they were going to trade professions with you or something like that. This person is weird. They're just a copycat their own way, because it's not meant for this person. This person's extremely religious, very rigid thinking, and they're extremely abrupt and judgmental, and their family is extremely karmic. And so this person goes to like their mother to ask about things, and they're getting karmic advice. Found a real, other than you, I don't think this person has found a real chosen one that they can go to ask for advice. They keep going to karmics, and that's why they're carrying a 10 of wands, because they follow the advice of a karmic person, and they care so much about what their family and the people around them think that they make decisions based off of the happiness of other people, not the fulfillment of their own soul or even pleasing God. Knight of Wands. This King of Swords has told this Knight of Wands that they cannot persecute you, not legally anyways. And if you have outed with your gifts and abilities this Knight of Wands, they're like coming for the jugular. You could have just turned this person down and said you didn't want to sleep with them, you didn't want to be with them, whatever this is. They're going around literally trying to find King of Swords energies, people that work in some type of justice or court system or something, or have connections to that. And they're trying to get these people to come for an innocent person. And that's not going to happen. The Three of Swords. This is all because you've separated from this weirdo Knight of Wands, that you don't want to sleep with them. You don't want to be with them. You don't want to give to them. Ridiculous. I'm also hearing that these people have tried to stop your finances with witchcraft more than one time. This last attempt with the moon has pissed off the spiritual realm to the utmost max. Like literally. These people are, if these people have any women in their life, these women are looking at them like they're weird. It says, what did I say about trying to stop your finances and your divine life path? Make sure you guys like the video. These people are trying to pull your attention away from your divine life journey so that you can put it on having to defend yourself from these weirdos. You're not going to engage in whatever this not on the table today, whatever this nonsense is. Okay, so like I said, everybody that they go to like is karmic and gives them horrible advice. This is the effects of these idiots following the advice of a karmic person that they thought was intuitive. That's not intuitive. That's being led by the devil. The devil is a liar. Surprise, surprise. The Three of Wands. This says bad advice, rejection of their ideas and dreams by others, decisions made too hastily, unsound. This is how I know they're being a copycat to y'all. It says unsound business judgment. Bad luck sneaks up on them unexpectedly. Money or investment may be lost. Whatever they invested in financially against you is lost. Withdraw from unimportant arguments. See your strength and energy for the most. Save your strength and energy for the most crucial battles. These people really need to save their energy because the fight hasn't even begun yet. You have not been fighting with these people. Like energetically, there has been a war, but you haven't been fighting with these people. You're in the 10 of Cups, finding your joy, following it, fulfilling that, literally. You're like making shit splash. Like you're literally making mountains move. You could be about ready to purchase a home, or whatever this new business is that you start will give you the ability to purchase a home. It could also give you the ability to heal your credit. Now, I will always say that if you have credit issues and they're too bad, file for bankruptcy and start over. If you don't want to file for bankruptcy, there are companies that you can contact that will fix your credit, and you pay them a monthly fee, and they basically work on getting your credit in order. For me, I don't have good credit. Like I don't really have, other than the fraud that's been done in my name, I don't have credit. I never got like credit cards and shit like that other people do. I never did shit like that. So I don't really have credit at all. But then when people were trying to use my identity and shit like that, I know that they destroyed my credit. So, you know, I just don't give a fuck about it. Like, whatever. These people are going to do what they're going to do. But at the end of the day, they're going to be the ones that go to prison for that. Like, I could probably not even get a bank account at a real bank, which I wouldn't want one because I don't like overdraft fees and I don't like all of the fees that they charge you. I would rather stick with Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, and shit like that doesn't charge you overdraft, doesn't fuck with you, basically, like these other banks do. And these other banks, they make themselves a target. They really do. They make themselves a target. Six of Swords. What I just say about a lawsuit? If these people are in, like, if they're being caught up for something that they tried to do to you legally. That's why I said this is like a no-go. You know, if they're having a lawsuit issue, they're going to lose that lawsuit. That is unavoidable. They're actually guilty of something. This could be stealing somebody's information, ruining their credit. Like I said, I'm just waiting for the people to figure out who has stolen my identity, who has done this fraud in my name, and then they're going to fix it. And I know that they're going to fix it because God has told me through visions that they're going to have to fix this shit. Like, obviously. So why would I even waste my time trying to pay off fines and credit shit that doesn't even belong to me, even though it's under my name? when eventually these people will be caught up and sentenced, and they'll have to pay back every dime. And then they'll wipe my whole credit history clean, which I'll have to start over anyways. So either way you look at it, if you are facing any type of financial debt or credit issues, these people who have stolen from you, who have taken things in your name, who have siphoned inheritances and have done all this dumb shit, that can be legally tracked. Okay. And you don't even have to report this to the whatever you would report that to. I don't even know. The credit bureau. I don't know. Like literally, you don't even have to report it, because these very intelligent systems that we have are getting smarter, and it's going to catch these people up. So, I think the only thing that I would probably look into would be making sure that there is no weirdo that is taking out life insurance policies. If you find a life insurance policy on you and it doesn't come from your parents or from somebody that you know that there's a life insurance policy, then I would report that shit, because that creating a life insurance policy on somebody without their consent, without their knowledge, is an attempt. That is the first stage to the second step, which would be unaliving that person for that money. Empress. See, people think that because you're divine feminine energies that you're just easily walked on. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. You being a mother also shows me that you working on yourself and doing this divine work that God's guided you to do is going to benefit your children. It's going to benefit your future legacy in the times to come. There's going to be people that don't like your success, that feel threatened by it, that want to stop you, that want to act like you're karmic and want to persecute you. But again, just know that God is your savior. God is the one that backs you up. So these people, they can think whatever they want to think, but they're not going to be taking any actions towards that justice. You will get justice, whether it's now or 10 years from now, you're going to receive justice. And it may be now and 10 years from now. I do feel like you guys have cut away a lot of things that do not serve your highest and best good. And when it comes to finances, yeah, you're going to find, some of you are going to find that people only want to be in your life because of money. Let those people go. Okay. You don't need people that bad. Like I don't have friends. I would rather be completely alone than have people around me that are hating on me, wanting to poison me, wanting to take what I have, wanting to copycat me, wanting to open up the same exact business that I have and sit and type my words in verbatim, that type of shit, to become a competitor. You know what I mean? Which is fucking weird anyways. And I told those people, I was like, do not fucking do this. Like, if I tell you about this stuff with crystals, do not fucking betray me and go open a store in this city or another city right next to us and become a competitor, because then we're not friends if you do that. And what did they do? They went right to doing that immediately. So I was like, fuck no. God, take their shit completely down. And God did. The Emperor, literally, these people don't do this shit anymore. These people are going to find out that you have somebody coming in who's actually a boss, who will help you get things in order. And I really do believe that these weird ass people, that they like to attack women. They like to attack women that they see are single, or people that are mothers. They just like to attack women. I don't know why they're so hateful towards women. Maybe their mothers abuse them. I don't think that's your problem, though. These people are in the tower. They're going to be continually in a tower, especially because you guys, some of you might even have an emperor energy. Like, you guys could be the emperor, but you might have an emperor energy, a masculine energy that protects you and looks over you that other people don't know about. That's why keeping your relationship private is extremely important, so that other people don't know who your protector is, so that they can't start targeting that person. Because you definitely have some people that are sexually attracted to you that want to give you some type of disease. They want to come in and ruin something, and they want to steal something away from you, and they want to block you from having anything. And that's just not what's going to happen here. Okay. God told these people to back up in many different ways, was sending them angel numbers, showing them receipts of how legit you are and all of that. Beware of somebody jealous calling the IRS or whatever the equivalent to that is in your country where people look into your taxes. Make sure you keep everything in arranged, because you will have people that come up against this new business that have a problem with you making money. That I don't know why people really believe in their personal life that they should be allowed to make billions and millions of dollars, but that you can't have anything. Like, fuck those people. Literally, don't actually fuck them, but F them. Like, they are not worth shit, you know? Ace of Wands. This is a perfect time to begin a new business or a project, literally. These people know that. That's why they want to come in and distract you by sending monitoring spirits, by sending financial blockages, like by doing money magic, all of this stuff to block your career. These people should not have done this to a chosen prophet of God, a high priestess, somebody who can see it coming, who can return the energy, who can spin it backwards so that it lops these people upside the head and slaps them off their dumbass high horse here. You're getting your wishes fulfilled. As long as you continue to move forward, you will get your wishes fulfilled. These people cannot stand in the way of that, and they're already in trouble with the divine. Like, when I say that your ancestors are coming through real heavy, your ancestors are not playing about this new project that you're beginning, this new opportunity, this new business idea. It will be protected. You'll want to put in layers of protection. When I had the crystal ray, I would always put up crystal grids that protected the surrounding area, because I knew people would be coming wanting to do witchcraft on the store. People would be coming with negative entities attached to them. And I wanted all of that shit to stay out. I didn't want any of that coming into my sacred place of business, right? So you want to do a protective prayer, smudging. You know, if you have people coming to a physical location, you'll want to be staying up on your cleansing and your prayer. And again, then I didn't pray. A lot of the problems that I went through was because at that time in my life, I didn't pray. I didn't know what prayer was like, worked and stuff. So I didn't pray, but now I use prayer. So you'll want to incorporate that into your day-to-day grind, basically. Now, there is somebody that's trying to do voodoo on somebody's finances, and this is backfiring. I am feeling it heavy. Somebody is like hammering nails into somebody's throat chakra. They're trying to block your ability to express yourself, because that may be part of your destiny. And then write down your experiences. Even if you feel like, oh, you know, nobody wants to read this experience, you never know. So there could be other people wanting to start a business. You could literally write down your experiences and all the things that you did, and it could help other people start something up. So you never know. That's why documenting things is really important. The Fool. These people were stupid. I mean, stupid is like an understatement. They went to some type of fake spiritualist and asked about you, and they got the wrong information. And then they attacked you on the wrong information. And this is why God is literally smacking them upside the head karmically. These people are about to be in the 10 of Swords. Yeah, God knows all. Literally. Literally. All of this dumb shit is blocked. Like, you will be completing your projects and finishing a goal. You will be rewarded for your time, for your money. You have an inheritance that's worth sharing. Not to give it away for free. Obviously, you could do bonuses if you wanted to. Again, I considered our sacred tools at the Crystal Ray so freaking sacred that we did not, like, we only did, like, if you pay all cash, you get like a 10% bonus. We didn't do Black Friday sales very often. We really did not discount things because our product was the top quality. If you have product that is top quality, you don't need to, you know, what is it called when people come in and they scan their card and they get more royalty points? We didn't do any of that. We made people pay the appropriate price for the product. You know what I mean? Like, and so you don't want to be giving too many discounts out to the point where you're giving out discounts and then you don't get that much of a return back because you've given out too many discounts. So also beware of that. These people felt like they were going to turn your financial state of well-being upside down completely. And this was blocked. This was basically completely blocked. They're blocked from doing that. You guys are going to continue to succeed. And if one person stops giving to you, trust me, another person will find you and start giving to you. So these people that wanted to block your finances, it's basically because they know that theirs are being blocked. I feel like this King of Swords is about to be fired from their job. They're definitely in the Nine of Swords, definitely grieving, and they're sick. People that play around in your energy in this day and age, they will get sick, and it will be uncurable until they repent. All of these illusions about your financial state of well-being, you may not have a whole lot of money in the bank, but that doesn't mean anything when it comes to your future. Especially when you have a gift that continues to give. You don't need finances to start that up. You just need experience, and you gain experience through working with people and working with those abilities. Yeah, you're going to be world renowned for something, and your business is going to reach people in all different places of the world. That's part of your destiny. That's why these people are competing with you, and they want what you have because you are meant to be world renowned. This is most likely why you cut. Oh man, it just almost froze. This is why you cut these weirdos off. Because they were trying to breadcrumb you with your own energy, trying to have you blocked, trying to keep you out of being the Queen of Pentacles, trying to stop you from having a legacy to give to your children. These people are demonic as shit. And you having to defend yourself from them is going to wipe them completely the fuck out. Like literally, you defending yourself is absolutely okay. Don't ever feel bad about having to defend yourself, and don't think that it's too harsh or too aggressive. Whatever you do or say against them, these people are trying to take away your free will, like your civil rights to make money, which everyone has to make money to have a house to live in. So basically, in other words, they're trying to put you on the street, and you are not for the streets. These people are, and they're going to be shown that by the universe around them. Page of Wands. These people want to leave a legacy to their children with your energy. It's a no. You did not have a child with any of these weird ass people, and you will not be having a child with any of these people. They're just like, how can I trip up? How can I bind this person? You can't bind this person. This person works for God. You can go ahead and try to bind them, but these people are going to find over and over again that they fail. Knight of Pentacles. They were working very, very, very hard at stopping your money. Like very hard. Shame on them. Ignorance is what I just heard. Ignorance. And lo and behold, this is a group of disgusting ass men. I'm disgusted with them. These are not divine masculine energies. These people could work with the police. You know, saying that you're a false prophet to the police doesn't mean shit. There's a bunch of false prophets on YouTube that are making money every day by recording fucking videos and sending it to other people. Like not doing live sessions because they don't have a real gift. They can't use their real ability live with somebody to answer a question. They have to go behind the scenes and do a bunch of fucking witchcraft, literally, so that they can glamour the person that pays for the reading. Like that is retarded. And I don't know where they're getting this like witchcraft from, what spell book or whatever. I don't know where it comes from, but I just know that these people are doing it. Like you're going to be dealing with those types of people. If those types of people that are truly actually scamming people and glamoring them, if they can get away with doing all this false prophet shit, then you being a real prophet, there should be no problem with you doing what you do. And the only people that have a problem with it are the ones that cannot do it themselves. And they want to sacrifice you for it. It's a no. How many times do these people have to be told no? You're not sacrificing a spiritual being for physical objects and monetary success. It's not going to happen. I don't care how many children these weirdos have. Maybe they should stop sticking their dick in different women. Maybe they should stop having karmic ass children. Yeah. Yeah, they want to taint the energy of your business, and they want it to look like you're the karmic, but you're not. And people see that. People know that you're not the karmic. That's why this is never going to work. Three of Cups. Look at this. You're going to have a abundant life with a lot of people that know your popularity, that love you, that want to be a part of this business, that want to be a part of donating to it, giving to it, helping you grow, helping you become who you're meant to be. Six of Cups, people that, like, I know, froze for a second. People that literally you have known from the past, they may come forward and want to support you. I love that. They know that you're a nurturer, that the things that you say are not going to mislead people. They're not going to lead people down a wrong path, and they're not going to lead people to destruction. Now, I did hear this one tarot reader talk about all you karmic tarot reading hoes that are charging money right now for services. All you guys are being investigated. No, they're not. That's made the fuck up. Okay. I don't know why that person said that. Maybe they wanted people to be afraid of doing personal readings for people, but no. In fact, those false prophets are not being investigated because people already know that they're false prophets. What the fuck? Like, it's still legal to basically do that, to scam somebody. It's not illegal. And so furthermore, there are a lot of people that say a bunch of shit on their platforms that is not true. Confirmation with that shit driving by like that. I live on like ATV road. But literally, there are a bunch of people that say so much karmic shit, like, oh, all you hoes, you karmic tarot reading hoes, you're all being investigated by the FBI. Y'all will be taken to court. None of that is true. Okay. Nobody's going to be taken to court. Okay. Stupid strength. Literally, when I say those people are getting away with doing all of everything that they're doing, being false prophets and weirdos, they're not going to be taken to court. So you don't need to be afraid to start something. Just don't listen to people that say shit like that, oh, you'll just be taken to court and sued. No, the fuck you won't be. If you're doing everything in the upright, you're not going to be taken to court or sued for anything. And people can report you to the IRS or whatever it is in whatever country that you guys come from, like, that does taxes. They can report you, but if you get audited and everything is in order and you just follow a system that you could easily purchase a book about, don't believe in the bullshit. You could easily purchase the book on how to follow a system. Then they can do as much shit and reporting you to the FBI and the CIA and all this. And trust me, these reports that these weirdos make to these other parts of the government, they don't give a fuck. They don't care. Okay. They don't care about people who are spreading bullshit. They don't care about that. They just don't. It's not illegal. So they don't care about it. They're like, stop contacting me over your jealous bullshit. We're not going to even look into that. So these people feel like because they can't get the government to attack you, that they need to do witchcraft or send in a lover. You're going to know who is for you and who's not for you. Because, like I said, the true twin flame will seem too good to be true. This other person that wants to come in and save you from something, no, that what they want to come in and try to save you from is some shit that they caused themselves, that they were working on themselves to destroy you with. So I don't buy it. You most likely already turned down this Knight of Cups energy. Yeah, and they're in the Four of Cups, super dissatisfied that they don't have any of your good sacred energy. They can't use you to get out of jail or whatever this bullshit is. Maybe people should just stop committing crimes and stop trying to set other people up and stop trying to frame people and stop trying to stop their businesses and shit like that. Maybe at some point they're going to realize that they got to walk away, that they're never going to be succeeding in this stuff. You may get a notification that somebody has literally walked away from something. You'll see these people walking away from things that they were never meant to do. And so don't be afraid of other people that look at you as competition, who are not actually competition, but they look at you as your competition. Don't be afraid of those people. Okay. There's nothing to really compete over. There's enough resources for everybody to have as many customers, clients, views, likes, whatever. Make sure you guys like the video, but there's enough for everybody to go around, right? And so don't fall into the limited belief system that you have competitors or competition or that people can even rival with you, because that's not true. If you get a message about an inheritance that was left to you, make sure that you follow up with it, because you may have somebody here that's trying to keep something away from you. This is going to be a permanent ending to that. Somebody may pass away. They're going to have to walk away, literally, because you have Archangel Michael protecting you, and you have a real twin flame coming in, and you've got a soul offer from the universe, literally. There is definitely a Queen of Wands here that's tried to put you in poverty. They were doing witchcraft spells to attack your home, okay? They were trying to put you in the Five of Pentacles energy to where you wouldn't be able to support yourself or be self-sustainable. This person, I literally hate this person, because you were so giving to them in the past. You were kind and compassionate to them when they didn't deserve it. And they were always there, like, talking shit on you behind the scenes, working against you and trying to stop you while trying to gain fraction in their own, like, traction in their own life. And then the thing is that no, this person tells everybody, this is reminding me of somebody I know, tells everybody that you have mental health problems and that you're unfit and unable to give anybody else help or advice. How the fuck would this crazy bitch know that actually this person really needs to be medicated? You know what I mean? Like, who the fuck are they to say anything about you when they are psychotic themselves and weird? Like, literally, they need to walk away from slandering you. This person feels like you are an easy target. And this is why I'm like, don't fucking come for me. People don't come for people like you. Don't come for people like me. We are the type of people that hold so much strength. We are stronger than anybody else on this planet. Don't come for people that never give up, that never surrender. Okay? Those people that will always trust in God and put their faith in God, don't come for people like that. You won't be able to take them out. And these people were told to not come for you multiple times. That you are not the target, that they need to look at their own lives, but they decided not to listen. So, oh well, let their foolish decisions bring their end. Like, they followed bad advice. These people truly followed terrible advice. They thought that, and this is the irony of this person following horrible advice to try to sue you. And they got that advice from a false fucking prophet, and they're trying to sue you saying you're a false prophet, but they got the worst advice. All this is going to do is lead to a defamation case to where you'll be able to take these people to court and sue all of them for their life's earnings. So they might want to be very mindful about that, because they're up under judgment was the first card, literally. Yeah, whatever negative intentions that they do will come back on them. You guys are going to be Tom fucking Cruise. Literally, you guys are going to be so prosperous right in front of these people's faces. You're going to have a fulfilled love life. You're going to have a fulfilled family. And these people will remain under judgment. As long as they continue to try to stop you, they will remain under judgment. And it's same thing goes for any type of platform or any type of what is it called, app, like if, let's say that YouTube starts to block your views and fucks with you like they fuck with me. Like, these people eventually will be put up under severe judgment, and they're going to be losing to the point where they won't be able to repair their lives. So they might want to be very mindful of that as well. When they keep telling me that there's nothing wrong with my platform, but I have physical fucking evidence every day, a picture taken every day that shows that their analytics are incorrect every single fucking day, and they keep telling me that nothing's wrong. Like, that's crazy, you know? Yes, thank you. I'm definitely doing better with the views. And so I do feel like they looked at something, but they didn't. There are people that work for them that they have not stopped. And they might want to be very mindful about that. You know what I mean? Yeah, let us be free. It's like they might want to be very mindful about doing that karmic behavior, because eventually it will come back on them. Eventually God will say, enough is enough. I've given you too many warnings, too many chances to repent, to change your ways, and to fix the situation. If they continue to not do it, then that's on them. You know, don't even worry your sweet little mind about it, you guys. All right, you guys, thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. I appreciate you guys being here with me. Know that God loves you. Know that I love you. Until the next reading, peace be with you. Please like this video, tap that notification bell, and make sure that you are subscribed so that you know when I go live. Okay. Yeah, God's wrath is upon them. Seriously. All right, you guys, I love you. I'm giving you air hugs and lots of support. Go be great. I believe in you, and I will see you in the next reading. Peace be with you, you guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye.